Now, starting with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let them go, and the power wheel heat is underway. Looks like we have the 77X, Angel Shook, St. Paris. Number 38, Isaiah Covich from Sabina. 502, Tristan Sloan from Urbana. Number 68, Mason Leemaster from London. And the F-150 is Braxton Message from Walpaw. And the 1058 is Bryson Thor from Washington Courthouse. I believe we're going to give these kids about 10 minutes. Every child is going to receive a trophy tonight. All you mower drivers, I'm going to give you a heads up. We're going to be having a mandatory drivers meeting in just a moment. So all mower drivers, make your way to the Smashes trailer. We're going to have a mandatory drivers meeting for all of you mower drivers. So all mower drivers, make your way to the Smashes trailer. See Tim standing down there. He's going to give you a rundown of how everything's going to go tonight. But make sure you are at the drivers meeting. That's for mower drivers. Had a lot of success this year having this class. Here you Smashing Demolition Dirt. We have the power wheel event at every show we do. Did a few shows this year where there have been over 50 power wheel contestants out there at one time. So it's definitely taking off here in the Derby world. That's the future of the Demolition Derby. Derby right there. Hope to see those young kids in the youth class. Hopefully it sticks with them and they continue running the compact or full-size cars. Even a truck. Or a mower. All mower drivers, make sure you are in front of the Smashing trailer for a mandatory drivers meeting. All the parents, these power wheel contestants, bringing them out here tonight. Really appreciate it. If you're interested in running one of these power wheels next year, as you can see, it's just your standard power wheel you can buy in the store. You can change the battery to a 12-volt lawnmower battery. A couple of them out there made modifications to make them look more like a derby car by adding type of stacks that come out of the hood. heads up to you Derby drivers, if you have not made it to the inspection line, you have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get those cars past to the inspection line. And it looks like we're at the halfway point in the Power Wheel event. Again, we have the 77X, Angel Shook from St. Paris, 38, Isaiah Cubbage from Sabina, 502, Tristan Sloan from Urbana, 68, Mason Leadmaster from London, the F-150 is Braxton Method from Wapak, and the 1058 is Bryson Dorr from Washington Courthouse. Each child is going to receive a trophy tonight. All mower drivers, make sure you're in front of the Smashing trailer for a mandatory drivers meeting. Looks like we have about 2 minutes left. Just like 2 minutes left on the Power Wheel event. All right, looks like that's going to be it for the Power Wheel event. Give these kids a round of applause and put on a good show for us. Make sure you stop by and get you one of those nice trophies.
From Wellston, number 79, Matthew Mullins from Wellston. 131, Dylan Lewis from Milltown. The Y1 is Chase Krebs from Albany, sponsored by B&M Builders. Number 16, Hayes Cremines from Athens, sponsored by Fine Lawn Care. Number 8, Jacob Conway from Chillicothe, sponsored by Napa and Wayne Conway. Black and orange number 8 is Eric Arledge from Chillicothe, sponsored by Napa and Wayne Conway. Number 22, Stephen Brown from Urbana. 25-26, Nick Hampshire from Logan, sponsored by Ricky McCoon. The T1 is Tyler Cummings from New Marshfield, sponsored by Holly Cremins. Number 4, Dane Cremines from Athens, sponsored by Fire Lawn Care. 77X is Stan Johnson from Urbana, sponsored by CDM Graphics. 509 is Shannon Rader from Greenville. The 78 is Ralph Humphrey from Beaver. 133 is Randy Watson from Middletown. The Goose is Colton Sims from Eaton. 731 is Lonnie Sims from Eaton. The 113 is Nate Grivedin from Eaton. The 23P is Justin Patterson from Logan. The 24B is Eugene Baum from Logan. The 69A is Nick Anderson from Logan. The 1425 is Spencer Bevington from Lewisburg. 627 is Drew Cole from Leesburg. 1022 is Austin Richards from Sabina. Looks like there's another 1022, Charlie Richard from Sabina. 08, Quentin Adams from Washington Courthouse. The 920, Nathan Lyons from Sabina. The 06, Tyler Carver from Washington Courthouse. Number 23, Trent Daughtry from Columbus. Number 54, Michael Shook from St. Paris. 517, Cody Stotts from Sydney, sponsored by ZTR and CDM Graphics. Number 09, Ryan Rue from St. Paris, sponsored by ZTR and CDM Graphics. Chevelle Strong is Matt Phillips from Urbana, sponsored by ZTR and CDM Graphics. The 12L is Dustin Toppins from Washington Courthouse. And the 333 is Dustin Coulter from Chillicothe. All you mower drivers, make your way to the track. We're still missing quite a few of you. Okay, all you mower drivers, we're going to move you down towards the other end of the track. So watch the officials. They're telling you how to line up. We got quite a few of you, so we want to get you on the track. Looks like a couple mowers have already died. Four, three, two, one. Let them go, and the mower heat's underway. Turn them loose, mowers. Red flag, hold them up. Red flag, mowers, hold them up. We got a mower that's tipped over. Hold loose. There's a good shot from the 517. That's Cody Stotts. Hold them up. Red flag. Red flag, drivers. Red flag. Hold them up. Everybody stop. We have a red flag. All right, looks like we're going to go ahead and turn them loose. Looks like we still have quite a few mowers still running. This heat's going to run down to the last mower running. They're going to receive $1,000. Second place is going to take home $500. Third will take home $300. Fourth will take home $100, and fifth will take home $100. That's 509 making a good shot. Got Shannon Rader in at 509. There's a good shot from the 113. That's Nate Grevedin. I tell you, some of these mowers are picking up some speed coming across the track. There's a good shot. I believe that's Chevelle Strong and Matt Phillips. Putting a good front end shot on the 69A of Nick Anderson. We had 35 mowers to start this heat. We'll let them go till the last mower's running. They're going to take home first place and $1,000. Second place taking home $500. Third's taking home $300. Fourth's taking home $100, and fifth's going to walk out here with $100. 131. Like the 25, 26. Losing a back tire, that's Nick Hampshire. Looks like that's Stan Johnston, 77X. Jumping off of that purple mower. Gonna run this to the last mower running. Gonna receive $1,000 in first place. Second place, gonna take home $500. Third place, taking home $300. And fourth and fifth, they're going to take home $100. Like Quentin Adams in 08 still running strong. Along with the 133. Randy Watson. Looks like the number 16. Hayes Cremines. Looks like we have about 10 mowers still running out there for us tonight. Red flag, hold him up. Hold him up, drivers. Look like we have a driver out there. Looks like he's in some pain, so we're going to get a closer look secure, so let's turn him loose. We have 7 or 8 mowers battling it out. Movement out of 8 mowers. That's 08 Quentin Adams, 06. That's Tyler Carver. Chevelle Strong. It's Matt Phillips.
No, I didn't hear you. I haven't heard you. That's why we just start thinking about
All right, looks like we have the top 5. So looks like all these mowers are still in the, all 5 of these are in the money. Looks like we still have the 517, Cody Stotts, 06, Tyler Carver, 08, Quentin Adams, number 16 is Hayes Cremines, and the 131, that's Dylan Lewis. They're all going to receive some money tonight First place is taking home $1,000. Second place is going to win $500. Third will take home $300. And fourth and fifth is each taking home $100. Hard hitting shot from the number 16, Hayes Cremines. Going nose to nose with the 131. .131's Dylan Lewis. And it looks like the 517. That's going to be Cody Stotts. I do believe he's going to finish in fifth. So we're down to 4. And it looks like number 16 is going to be all done. That's Hayes Cremines. He'll finish in 4th. We have our top 3, the 131, Dylan Lewis, the 08, Quentin Adams, and the 06, Tyler Carver. Good nose-to-nose shot from the 131 and the 08. Here comes Tyler Carver mixing it up. Quentin Adams in the 08. Chasing down Dylan Lewis in the 131. Folks, I just got word that the driver in the mower number 79, Matthew Mullins, he is okay. He just got the wind knocked out of him earlier down there in the corner. So that's always good news to hear that he is going to be okay. Looks like the 06 is waving, trying to get the officials' attention, so let's hold them up. All right. Looks like we're down to 2. We have the 08, Quentin Adams. And at 131, Dylan Lewis. Try to get these mowers split apart. All right, here we go. Hard hitting shot. Something's got to give on these mowers, folks. And looks like that's going to be it. Looks like the 08 has waved off, so your winner is the 131. That's going to be Dylan Lewis. Second place is going to go to Quentin Adams in the 08. Third place is going to go to 06, Tyler Carver. Fourth place is number 16, Hayes Cremines. And fifth place is going to go to 517, Cody Stotts. I want to thank all you mower drivers for bringing those mowers out here tonight. From Velocity. 717 is Landon Pryor from Washington Courthouse. The double zeros, Lincoln Gross from Richwood, sponsored by Kirby's. The 1026 is Brandon Norris from Sabina. The 845 is Justin Cutler from Greenfield. And the last one in is going to be the 5J1, Shane Sprinkle Jr. from Springfield. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn them loose, and the youth class is underway here at the Fayette County Fairgrounds. As you can see, all of these youth drivers have an adult riding passenger. Our rule for the youth class is they cannot have a driver's license. So most of the time the age ranges from 10 to 15. Just depends on how good they can drive a vehicle. I've seen a few 9-year-olds out there. Look out, that's a 0-0. Lincoln Gross. Look out, here comes the 1026. Hold on. Oh. Looks like he got a good shot on the front tire in that 845. Here comes the 530. Look out. I'm telling you, these youth drivers know where the gas pedal is on these cars. Looks like the 5J1 is going to be out. It's Shane Sprinkle Jr.
Somebody found it. Let them know that you have it. Just that.
Run this heat down to the last car running. I'm going to take home $500. Second place is going to take home $200. And third's going to take home $100. the 8:45. Currently on the clock, it's Justin Cutler. Bunch of steam coming out of the 0-0. That's Lincoln Gross. And looks like the number 530, Robert Stoll, and the 8:45, Justin Cutler, ran out of time. So here's your top three. We have the 1026, Brandon Norris, 0-0. That's Lincoln Gross. 717, Landon Pryor. It was a hard shot. Lincoln Gross took in the front of his machine. It's currently on the clock. And in the meantime, the 1026, Brandon Norris, put another good shot right through the nose of that 0-0. And it looks like the 717 got some smoke coming out of the underneath the hood. I would say he's busted a radiator or a radiator hose. See how long that car can continue to run. Time's going to run out on that 0-0. Lincoln Gross going to finish in third, taking home $100. Look at the steam pouring out of the 717 of Landon Pryor. Looks like he may have had a radiator cap pop off of there. First place, taking home $500. Second place, taking home $200. out. It's 1026, Brandon Norris. Trying to chase down Landon Pryor in that 717. I tell you, looks like both of these vehicles are getting a little warm underneath the hood. Looks like the fire is currently out in the 717, Landon Pryor. He has a minute to get that vehicle fired up. That's going to be it, folks. First place finisher is going to be the 1026, Brandon Norris. There's Brandon getting the checkered flag for first place, taking home $500. Second place is going to go to the 717, Landon Pryor. And third place is going to the 00, Lincoln Gross. Give these youths a round of applause. They put on a show for us. They definitely know where the gas pedal is in them cars. That's what we like to see, folks. Calada, sponsored by Haas Demo Team. And the 372 is Wayne Hayslip from Greenfield. First place is going to take home $200. Second place will take home $100. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn them loose and the trucks are underway. Let's see what they're going to do. Look out! 372, Wayne Hayslip got the hammer down, driving through the front of Austin Hosler in the 01. tell you, there may only be 2 trucks out there, but they're putting on a heck of a show for us. What a shot from the 0-1, Austin Hosler. .72 Wayne Hayslip trying to knock the back tire off of that 0-1 General Lee painted truck out there. Look at those trucks, folks. Wow. There's a lot of damage on both of those trucks. Uh-oh, looks like the fire's out both of them. Looks like the 0-1 got his fired up first. Looks like they're both off and running again. Like the fire is out. 0-1, Austin Hosler. I do believe the 372 has made the last hit. And that's going to be it, folks. Looks like your winner was the 372, Wayne Hayslip. And the 0-1, Austin Hosler, is going to take second. Make some noise for these trucks. What a show they just put on for us. Look at the front ends of those trucks. That's what we like to see, folks. All right, 169, Jared Newcomb from Hamilton coming in first. In behind him is going to be the 129, Shane Bush from Chillicothe, sponsored by Bender Roofing and Ginther Farms. In the M80 is Jeff Miller Jr. from Walpaw, sponsored by National Auto and Truck Salvage. The 189 will be Ryan Andrews from Oxford. And the 701's David Tilley from Hamilton. 3, 2, 1. Let him go. Hold him up. Hold him up. We have a red flag. Hold him up. All right, let's turn him back loose. Whoa, what a shot from the 129 of Shane Bush. Going back to back with the 169, Jared Newcomb. First place, taking home $500. Second place, take home $200, and third will take home $100. He's currently stalled out. That's Jeff Miller Jr. Looks like he got her fired up. Like 129 has pulled his flag down. That's Shane Bush. Like we're down to 4. 169. Jared Newcomb, 189. Ryan Andrews, 701. David Tilley. And the M80, Jeff Miller Jr. Have an axle trying to come out of the 189 of Ryan Andrews. Comes to 701 flying across the track. It's David Tilley. And it looks like the 189 got himself in a bad spot. Like he's sunk in the mud on the one side and he's got an axle coming out on the other side. Doesn't look very good for the 189 of Ryan Andrews. Oh, and there goes a radiator in the M80, Jeff Miller Jr. What a shot. 701, David Tilley. Like 189. Ryan Andrews is on the clock, along with the M80, Jeff Miller Jr. I do believe time has run out on the 189. Ryan Andrews. Hold him up. Red flag. Red flag. Hold him up. Turn him loose. We've got 3 left. This is your top 3. All want to take home some money. Looks like the M80, Jeff Miller Jr. having some trouble maneuvering that truck. I believe he has some steering issues going on. And looks like time has ran out on the M80, folks. It's Jeff Miller Jr. He's going to finish in third, taking home $100. He was giving it all he could, but he just had some trouble getting that thing up and down the track. Did not make an aggressive hit within 1 minute. We'll have to shut him down, so it's down to the 169, Jared Newcomb, and the 701, David Tilley. And looks like the 701 is going to pull his flag down. So that's going to be it for the mini trucks. First place is going to go to the 169, Jared Newcomb. Second place is going to go to the 701, David Tilley. And third place is going to go to the M80, Jeff Miller Jr. First, it's the 038. It's going to be Tim Bielacki out of Woodstock. Got the number 47, Donnie Rutherford. Folks, we got quite a few mini cars coming onto the track at one time, so I'm just going to read off the list real quick. We have the number 35, Austin Kennedy from Mansfield, the 74D, Charles Mason from Urbana, the 66, Richard Gorman. They have a passenger, that's going to be Todd Gorman riding passenger from Waverly. We have the 038, Tim Bielacki from Woodstock, the 47, Blaine Lewis from Mechanicsburg, sponsored by Creative Towing, the 477, Brock Lewis from Mechanicsburg, the 917, Anthony Long from Raymond, sponsored by Call of the Wild and Kirby's, the 509, Philip Carney from Springfield, sponsored by Trinity Tire, the 724, Jesse Baker has a passenger riding, that's Randy Madden from Chillicothe, sponsored by Zach Baker. The 101, James Day from Piketon, sponsored by Down Syndrome Awareness. The 1330, Cody Madden from Amanda, sponsored by Zach Baker. The 315 is West Pies, passengers Chris Keel from Franklin, sponsored by Premier Claim Solutions. The B143 is Brad Hay, or excuse me, the BH3 is Brad Hay from Bloomingburg, sponsored by Hayes Tire. The DB1 is Dwayne Boysel from Sabina, sponsored by Hayes Tire. The Snack Shack is Shane Lurch from Washington Courthouse, sponsored by Bentley's Pumpkins. Last Ride is Jordan Cox from Wellston, sponsored by Mom and Dad. The 73 is Roger Calder from Clarksburg, sponsored by Sandbagger Engines. 1129, Jeff Guthrie from Sabina. The 811, Craig Davis from Xenia. The 0364, Junior Mull from Lewisburg. The 1095, David Hayslip from Greenfield. Number 47, Donnie Rutherford. The 48, Seth Rutherford from Hamilton. The 90K, Kyle Crow from Chillicothe. The 693.5, Chris Philippi. Passengers Brandon from Hamilton. The 57C is Terry Crow from Chillicothe. The 124, Scott Woods from Bainbridge. And the 5J1 is Shane Sprinkle from Springfield. countdown starting with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let them go, and the mini car class is underway. D coming clean across the track. That's Charles Mason. Tell you what, these mini cars know where the skinny pedal is. They are rocking, folks. People riding passenger got the best seat in the house. Especially 74Ds want to be out. Coming across the track, putting a good shot. Putting a good shot on that 724. hold them up. Hold them up. We got a red flag. Red flags are flying. Hold them up. Hold them up, drivers. Loose. Hold them up. We got a big fire. Big fire. Hold them up. Hold them up, drivers. Let's make sure that green flags are in the air, so let's turn loose. Taking the top. The last car running is going to receive $1,000. Second place is going to take home $400. Third will take home $200. And fourth will take home with $100. Mini cars are still rocking out there for us. Red flag, drivers, hold them up. Red flag, red flag. Hold them up. First place, taking home $1,000. Second place, taking home $4. Third will take home $2. Fourth place, take home $100. Like we have about 10 or 11 minis still running. Look out! Blue mini car coming down there putting a good shot on the 1095. Smoke coming out of that 917 of Anthony Long. Getting pretty warm underneath the hood. He's going to come across the track. last ride. And we still have the 73, Roger Coulter. Cox. Red flag. Hold them up, drivers. Hold them up. Red flag. Back secure, so let's turn them loose. .93.5. Race Philippi. Put a good shot on the 917 of Anthony Long. Like the 48, Seth Rutherford will be out. We're down to 6. Rutherford into 47. Putting a good shot on the 1330. Cody Madden. And looks like the 917 of Anthony Long is going to be out. 1330. That's Cody Madden. Got the trunk pushed down on the back of the rear end. Rear wheel drive vehicle, so let's see how he's going to get that machine to move up and down the track. Not a good spot for 1330. And looks like 1330 is going to be out. Cody Madden. Looks like we have our four. They're all going to be in the money. Looks like the 47 is going to finish in fourth. That's Donnie Rutherford. Just going to take home $100. So we have the last ride of Jordan Cox, the 73, Roger Coulter, 693.5. Chris Philippi. Want to battle it out for first, second, and third. Looks like the 693.5 Chris Belt by. Currently parked on top of Jordan Cox in the last ride. We'll have that number 73 running strong, Roger Coulter. First place taking home $1,000. Second place taking home $400. And third's going to get $200. looks like we have the 693.5 currently on the clock. Looks like the 73, Roger Calder, getting out of the jam that he was in. It looks like time is out on the 693.5. The 693.5, Chris Philippi is going to finish in third. We're down to two, the last ride of Jordan Cox. And the 73 of Roger Coulter. And it looks like that's going to be it. Your winner is going to go to the 73, Roger Coulter. Second place is going to go to Jordan Cox in the last ride. Third place is going to go to the 693.5, Chris Philippi. And fourth place is going to go to number 47, Donnie Rutherford. Nice job, mini car drivers. You put on a heck of a show for us here tonight. On the list for you. And the 718 is Jason Johnson from St. Paris. Sponsored by PSC Metals and Spinning Wheel Productions. The 05X is Jordan Hutchison from London. The 116 is Ryan McDermott from Plumwood, sponsored by Horse Blacktop. And the 150 is Larry Zorns from Plumwood, sponsored by Horse Blacktop. And the 5K, Tommy Gorman from Waverly, sponsored by McConey Auto Parts. 63R, Ray Scott from Portsmouth. -1 is James Crow from MacArthur, sponsored by A1 Sprouts Towing. 440 is Jamie Sloan from Urbana. 028 is Matthew Bone from Peeble, sponsored by Crather Brothers. 0430, Donnie Vest from Reardon. 243 is James Mulkey from London, sponsored by his dad. The 911 is Tom Dillman from Greenville. The 2410 is Rachel Biesecker from Arcanum. The 45 is Cole Steinke from Walpock. 51 is Taylor Reams from Covington. The SM1 is Scott Montgomery from Greenfield, sponsored by Montgomery Towing. 156 is Colin Meadows from London. The 08 is Quentin Adams from Washington Courthouse. The 1058 is Levi Knorr from Washington Courthouse, sponsored by Knorr Family Treasure Chest. 621 is Sarah Knorr from Washington Courthouse. 482, Billy Gorman from Bradford. 87 is Jeff Woodruff from Sydney. 22, Roy Clark from Columbus. The 1514 is Jaron Ferguson from Greenfield. 715 is Brandon Coffey from Grove City. The 956 is Austin Knoll from Lewisburg. The 596 is Drake Barney from Greenfield. 008 is Billy Pinwell from Washington Courthouse. Number 97 is Lane Washington from Greenville. And 1291 is A.J. Smith from Washington Courthouse. That's all 30 of them registered, so we'll get them all pulled onto the track. We have 30 cars entered in the street stock class. Four, three, two, one. Let them go, and the street stocks underway. Off to a rocking start is the 514. Look out! Jordy Hutchison in the 05X ripping the front end clear off of the car in front of it. Or behind him, excuse me, that was a 621. What a shot from the 63R of Ray Scott. I'll tell you, this has been a fast-paced derby all night. That's a 5K driving through the side of 63R. Red flag, hold them up, red flag. Red flag. Looks like we may have a fire we want to take a look at. Looks like the green flags are in the air, so let's turn them loose. The action is underway. The 45 flying across the track, that's Cole Stunke. There's the 150 of Larry Zorns making some good contact. Driving up over top of the 08. 715. Hold them up, drivers. Hold them up. We'll have to take a look at that 150. Looks like somebody's helmet's come off. Loose. Red flag, red flag. Hold them up, drivers. Hold them up, red flag. Red flag, drivers. Hold it flying. Turn the street stalkers loose. First place is going to receive $1,000. Hold on, we had a fire. Hold them up. Hold them up. Red flag. Ready, so let's turn them loose. Look out! That's -1 going for a ride. As you can see, a lot of these street stock cars are starting to get bent, start to get warm. All these cars pretty much just have the doors wired up. They have the stock motors in them. You can leave the gas tank in the factory location. You can leave the battery in the stock location. You can put an 80s model bumper on it. Cheap, easy build. This will be at the Bash next year, along with quite a few shows that we put on for next year. Red. Action is back underway here at the Fayette County Fairgrounds for the street stock class. First place is taking home $1,000. Second's going to receive $400. Third will take home $200. Fourth's taking home $100. Looks like we have about 8 still running. Or 9, excuse me. We have 9 cars running. Look out! 2410. I'm flying across the track. That's Rachel Biesecker. Look out, that's 911. That's Tom Dillman putting a good shot on 718. Jason Johnson. Loose. See how many we got running. Looks like we have the 718, the 08, the 911, the 482, 008. .008. Billy Pinwell backing into the 482 of Billy Garmin. Looks like we still have the 87. Jeff Woodard. And looks like the 08 Quentin Adams going to be out. Looks like 87 is currently on the clock. And looks like time expired on the 87. That's Jeff Woodard. Looks like we're down to 4. Got the 718 Jason Johnson, 008 Billy Pinwell, the 911 Tom Dillman, and the 482 Billy Garmin. They're all going to receive some money. Look out. Comes Tom Dillman in the 911. I do believe the 911's time has ran out. That's Tom Dillman. I believe he's going to finish in 4th. Like the 482 and the 008 is stuck together. And the 718 is parked on top of Tom Dillman in the 911. And that's going to be it for the 718. Jason Johnson going to finish in 3rd. Going to take home $200. All right, we're going to stop these two, and we're going to bring a loader out and unhook them. Track is clear, so let's turn them loose. We're down to 2, the 008 Billy Pinwell and the 482 Billy Gorman. First place will receive $1,000, and second's going to take home $400. That's quite a bit of pay difference, so I'm sure neither one of them want to back down. So they're going to battle it out for first and second here for us. I tell you, neither one of them want to give up, folks. First place is going to receive 1,000, and second's taking home 400. Looks like the fire may be out in a 482. It's Billy Gorman. That's going to be it. Your winner, taking home $1,000, is Billy Pinwell in the 008. Second place is going to go to Billy Gorman in the 482. Third place is going to the 718, Jason Johnson. And fourth place is going to go to the 911 of Tom Dillman. I want to thank all you street stock drivers for bringing those cars out tonight. From Bell Fountain. 76X. William Mullins from Chillicothe. 02. Keith Bear from Bryant. 210 Scotty Thiel from Upper Sandusky. 86 Adam Wilson from London. In the 76 it's Brandon Thompson from Middletown. Number 11. Don't have a number or a name for number 11. 141. Dylan Akers from West Union. There's the Hammer Time. Don't have a number for him. The 312. Brandon Rocky from West Union. Looks like that's the number 9. Josh Journey from West Portsmouth. 1106. Shane Sprinkle from Springfield. 210. Charles Limley from Springfield. The 12J, Justin Journey from West Portsmouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let them go, and the cleanup class is underway. '76 putting a good shot. I tell you, the pace is just as fast as it has been all night. Look out! 76. Looks like the 141 pulled his flag. That's Dylan Akers. Look out! Hammer Time putting a good shot on number 11. And he's going to return the favor, folks. I believe that's Zach Fruey in the number 11. Seth Gibson in the 18X trying to drive through Charles Limley in the 210. Deal driving through the wagon, 76. Another shot on the 210. William Mullins, 76X. That shot on Seth Gibson. Like the number 76, Brandon Thompson is out. The 512 is also out. Or the 312, excuse me, Brandon Rocky. The 02, Keith Bear is out. The number 9 of Josh Jeremy is out. 41. Dylan Akers is also out. And it looks like Hammer Time just pulled his flag down. Place is going to win $1,000. Second, taking home 400. Third gets 200, and fourth will get 100. It's like 210. Charles Lindley off the block. And time's going to run out on 210. Charles Lindley. Looks like the 76X, William Mullins, having some trouble steering that vehicle. Hold him up. Track is secure. Green flags are flying, so turn them loose. Adam Wilson. 210s. Scott Thiel. 76. William Holland. 218 next. Seth Gibson. Number 11. Zach Rui. 1106. Shane Sprinkle. Putting a good shot on Scotty Thiel. looks like number 86, Adam Wilson's going to reach up and pull his flag down. Looks like we got 5 running. First place, going to win $1,000. Second, winning $400. Third's going to take home $200. Fourth's taking home $100. Looks like the 1106 Shane Sprinkle is going to be out. I do believe we have 4 left. They're all going to receive some money tonight. 4th place is going to get $100. Gibson in the 218X. Stuck down here in the mud or something. Gonna get that green machine moving. Looks like time ran out on the 218X of Seth Gibson. Finishing 4th. We have Zach Rui in the number 11. William Mullins in the 76X. Scott Thiel in the 210. The 76X running most of the night with no steering. Give him credit, not giving up. And it looks like he's going to reach up and pull his flag down. So 76X, William Mullins is going to finish in third. We're down to 2. Scott Thiel in the 210. Zach Rui in the number 11. tell you, folks, neither one of these cars want to give up. First place is going to take home 1,000. Second place, taking home 400. Hold them up. Red flag, hold them up. It's the last show of the year. We want to see these cars jump. just about had himself in a bad situation. I tell you, you got to give it to both of these drivers, not giving up. Hold them up, drivers. Hold them up. All right, we're going to get some distance between these two. Look out. That's what we like to see. Fire is out in the 210. Scott Field. Zach Rui in the number 11 going to take advantage of it. That's going to be it, folks. Make some noise for those two drivers. Neither one of them wanting to give up. So your winner is number 11, Zach Rui. Second place is going to go to Scott Thiel in the 210. Third place goes to 76X, William Mullins. And 218X, Seth Gibson is going to get fourth. Go ahead and make your way to the track. Looks like in first is going to be the number 76, Jose Cartagena from Lima, sponsored by TMI Auto. There's the 73, Chris Detillion from Piketon. All right, the 55, Shane Wolf from Frankfurt, sponsored by Air Gas. 211, John Smith from Frankfurt, sponsored by Tartar Tune. 712, Ben Coulter from Clarksburg, sponsored by Air Gas in Tampa. The 224, it's Timmy Crow. The passenger is Jesse Baker from Chillicothe. The 911, it's going to be CJ Dillman from Greenville. Number 33, Ryan Trent from Greenville, sponsored by Trent Auto Parts. In the 88, Ryan Trent from Greenville, sponsored by Trent Auto Parts. Number 47, Rob Hohenbrink from Ottawa, sponsored by Hohenbrink Excavating. Number 57, Kevin Steps from Ottawa, sponsored by Hohenbrink Excavating. The BFR, Brian Rutherford from Urbana. 11795, Brady Allen from Lima. '49X, Thomas Brown from Urbana. Number 18, Mark McGraw from Chillicothe. There's your 15, folks. This is it. This is the last heat of the year for the Smash It crew, so hopefully this mild weld class makes it a good one. Four, three, two, one. Let them go, and the mild weld heat is underway here at the Fayette County Fairgrounds. Last heat of the night, and look out, off to a rocket start already. That's Shane Wolf holding it to the floor, folks. '88 flying across the track. Ben Coulter in the 17. First place, going to win $1,000. Second, taking home $400. Third's $200, and fourth place is going to lead here with $100. Evan 12, Ben Coulter putting a good shot. Brady Allen, 11,795. CJ Tillman, 911. Coming down across the track. Shane Wolf in the 55 making some noise. Ben Coulter trying to drive through Brady Allen. Coulter in the 712. I'd say these guys and gals came to jump these cars tonight. Look out! That's a 224. Timmy Crow. Flying across the track, getting some air. Hold on, Simon. Looks like the track is clear, so let's turn them loose. Look out! F-55 Shane Wolf is here to put on a show. Hold on! Sounds like the 55 Shane Wolf had the throttle stuck on that machine. Still have the 224, Timmy Crow, 712, Ben Coulter, 57. That's Kevin Steps, 55, Shane Wolf, 211, John Smith, 11795, Brady Allen. Looks like here goes the radiator cap. 57. Kevin Steps clock. And looks like the 712 of Ben Coulter here in that vehicle. And looks like 57 reached up for the flag. It's Kevin Steps. Looks like we're down to 5. Maybe on the clock down there in the corner. And looks like time is going to run out on John Smith in the 211. Well, I do believe we're down to 4. Each one of them is going to take home some money. Fourth place will take home $100. Third's going to take home $200. Second's going to take home $400. And the big winner tonight's going to take home $1,000. Looks like Shane Wolf in the 55 is on the clock. That looks like he got it fired up. Looks like the 712 of Ben Coulter reached up and pulled his flag down, so he's going to be in fourth. I believe the 11.795 and the 712 are going to tie for third. They were hung up down there at the same time. Just want to have those tie for third. Looks like we're down to two. We got the 224. Timmy Crow and the 55, Shane Wolf. Looks like time's going to run out on number 55. So your winner is the 224, Timmy Crow. Second place is going to go to number 55, Shane Wolf. And the 712 of Ben Coulter and the 11.795 of Brady Allen are going to tie for third. All right, what a way to end the 2015 season for the Smashing Crew. We want to thank all the drivers and the fans throughout the whole year. Bring your vehicles, spend your hard-earned money, come to watch. Know you travel many, many miles. Could not do this without you.